I never liked Tom Jones enough to warrant spending an hour and a half of my time being entertained by a part-time surveyor from Chelmsford recreate the great man whilst being served food that makes Kerry Katona's Iceland buffets look like something I would serve to my dog. I'm talking, of course, about pleasure cruises, and I know you're going to jump in and say, oh, they're not like that. No. Just the very idea of being imprisoned on a boat for anywhere between an hour and 6 months, which Dutch retirees and Scouse hens parties, makes my stomach turn. However, on a pleasant September evening in 1878, a whole host of people who disagree with me on that point boarded a Thames paddle steamer called the SS Princess Alice for a moonlit tour, it was dubbed. They set off from London Bridge all the way out to Gravesend and back. It was a beautiful evening, the stars were out, and this boat was rammed with people of all ages and all shapes and sizes. The boat set off down the Thames, reached its point at Gravesend, they got off, had a great time wandering in the gardens down there, before turning around and heading back up the Thames towards London Bridge. Now at the same time, a big vessel called the Bywell Castle set off from the other end of the Thames, coming in the opposite direction. And they met at an area within view of the North Woolwich Pier in London's East End. Now the captain of the Bywell Castle was a guy called Captain Harrison, and he had forgotten that rules had recently changed as to how to pass vessels on the River Thames. And he proceeded to pass the SS Princess Alice on the wrong side. Now the crew aboard of the Princess Alice were freaking out. They were trying to readjust their course, but too late. Bang! Bywell Castle collided with the Princess Alice and cut her in half. Princess Alice sunk within 4 minutes. Hundreds drowned that day. Bodies were found within the boat, piled up by the saloon doors. People had been trying to get out. Some managed to jump overboard. But of the 800 people that boarded that vessel, the Princess Alice, that day, 650 people lost their lives. Now that wasn't the worst of it, because only an hour before the accident, at the exact same stretch of river on the Thames, 75 million gallons of raw sewage had been emptied into the river. So not only was this the worst maritime disaster in the history of the Thames, it was also the only time in recorded history that I can see where a whole body of people literally drowned in shit. Some tell tales, others rhyme, but I sing songs from the Howling Sea.
If you're wondering what on earth you just witnessed, you've been watching a video from the Songs from the Howling Sea podcast. Each week I release a song and a video about a person or a subject from London's East End. 52 songs in 52 weeks. For more, visit www.songsfromthehowlingsea.com.